What's going on, guys? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? So, Jeudy is making history. Jeudy put his name in the history books. Jeudy put his name in the history books with Randy Moss, with Randy Moss. Getting 9 touchdowns against his former team, getting now 9 touchdowns, 200 yards. He has put himself in the conversation against his former team, put his name in the conversation with wide receivers like Randy Moss, Jerry Rice, because of the game that he had throwing 100, the game that he had having 9 touchdowns and 200 and something yards is amazing to see. It was amazing. Jeudy, when he was on the Denver Broncos, because we traded for Jeudy this offseason, and we all thought that the Browns were going to have a good season. Like, ever since we traded Amari Cooper to the Bills, I think Jeudy has been that number 1 wide receiver, because Tillman is out right now, and it needs to be that next man up mentality. That next man up mentality where you have a couple of guys that step up. And I think with Jared Jeudy making history and putting his name in the history books with Randy Moss, with Jerry Rice, that's an amazing group to be in. That's an amazing group to be in, and going against your former team that traded you, like that's amazing to see, because you gotta remember that Jerry Jeudy was traded for a 6th round. The Browns traded probably a 6th round pick or a 5th round pick for Jerry Jeudy last offseason. And for him to put his name in the conversation with like a Randy Moss, Jerry Rice, those guys having 9 touchdowns against your former team, like, that's a good game. That's a good game. I wasn't affecting for Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy surprised me. I was affecting for him to probably get like 7 catches or 8 catches, but 9 catches against your former team and putting yourself in the history books is amazing to see. But guys, sub if you're new, and never give up your dreams. And I hope all of you guys are safe out there, and stay blessed, everybody, and peace. What's going on, guys? So I think we knew that Jared Jeudy would be the type of receiver when we traded for Jerry Jeudy last offseason. I knew that he would be the type of receiver if Amari Cooper. When we traded Amari Cooper, I was kind of worried when we traded Amari Cooper, let me get the elephant in the room. When we traded Amari Cooper, I was kind of worried about who would be the next wide receiver for the Browns. And it seems like it's Jerry Jeudy. Would I like to see Jerry Jeudy next season on the Browns team and see him a part of this Browns team whenever the Browns win the Super Bowl? I would like to see that. I would like to see Jerry Jeudy on this Browns team next year, if we win the Super Bowl or the year after that, I am predicting that. I am predicting that. And I am predicting that. That next year, if Jerry Judy is on this team and we still have Tillman, which I think when Tillman comes back, Tillman and Jeudy will probably switch sides by being the number one or being the number two right receiver. I'm just going to say that. But with Jared Jeudy, with Jared Jeudy, um, with Jared Jeudy, um, making this, making this a making this a making making history in the making with 9 catches. Like I think this was a good trade overall for the Browns in the offseason. Because you have to. I do think when you have Jerry Jeudy and Tillman, they're going to be the number one, number two right receiver. But when you're in that category of Hall of Fame, when you put your name in that conversation with the great right receivers and like Randy Moss and Jerry Rice. Like Jerry 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 Judy is making history, and I think at the end of the day, it's going to come down to to um Tillman and who's going to be that number one right receiver, Tillman or Judy, because with Judy getting 9 catches against his former team, you have to show up against your former team because he got traded. Again, the Broncos traded him to the Browns for a fifth or sixth round pick, and you gotta be you gotta be ready to go against your former team to say, hey, y'all traded me, okay. Y'all traded me, but when Jared Jeudy he made history. But guys, sub if you're new and never give up your dreams. And I hope all of you guys are safe out there and stay blessed, everybody, and peace.